tall, so not the biggest barbarian, but I'm jacked.
To hair and braids. That's if we put this in 2 braids, and then we got to the round, and then we gave on the flowers, and then what if we did this?
May I have another drink, please?
Yes, you may. And he goes over.
Put your hands up, it's better!
No. Sarah, your roll in Constitution, saving throw. Yes.
You, I'm gonna fight you.
He's sort of you guys know who I am, right?
Yeah. Goggles.
You're
Dr.
Mole.
Robot. Dr. Robot.
What do you do?
Take a moment to try to stop laughing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one.
Why not? It worked again.
Hating on Batman.
And I don't hate Batman for the record. I hate the fandom of Batman.
Oh, cool. Okay,
That's the
that's
issue.
way more people.
It is. It's
To
a
hate.
lot like actual human beings.
Were you gonna?
You need to rub this crap off your neck and not smell like me. Or a wolf at all. Just start rubbing his neck and just getting like...
I am fairly certain it doesn't matter what I smell like at this point.
To a feline, you have wolf's piss on you.
I'm just gonna point at my feline eyes.
I have some time.
You've just tuned in. We had the brilliant idea while we were fishing at the Dark Moon Festival.
Oh, jeez.
To do a dungeon with fishing poles equipped. Because why not? And so we drank all of the alcohol in our bags, and we equipped our fishing poles and our aquatic pets, and we went to do a dungeon.
I feel like I need to close out. So this was the end of our epic tale. What holds for next week as the heroes set sail? We may find more family, we may find where things start. All we know is to follow our heart. So our heroes set forth to pillage and to wander in the magical continent of wonder. We have one more question. I hope to not blunder. Question for you, dear friends. Do you wonder? Thank you, guys. Indigo Connect. Oh, hey. Sorry, didn't see you there. Come on in. The water's fine. Welcome to HomeBrew and Brew with you.
With you and you.
And you.
And you.
It is your good buddy Scribe. And I hope you all had an amazing weekend and life is good and everybody's happy. Yeah, and we have a big bowl of fruit.
And I didn't just have 2 Oreos.
And Oreos and all sorts of stuff. Oh, thank you. And you, Miss Aga. I love it. That makes me so happy. The big bowl of fruit is indeed very good. Hopefully everybody is having a great night tonight. We thought it's been a while since we did a little homebrew and brew with you. So
Oh my gosh. Wait, hang on. Icky's eating pineapple chunks. So I can eat a pineapple chunk at the same time. We're going to be so far apart yet so close eating pineapple chunks.
Somewhere
out there.
I'm allergic to pineapple.
It is, yeah, the water's not fine. It is far too cold. You're right.
It's
Absolutely.
It's really, really cold. T. Graves, we've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's stream. You can hang out with us on the Discord and have a lot of fun finding inspiration and memes, and we have
It's not typing yet. Yeah, my
Wild
Chromebook
Weird
is really
West
sucking right now. Hang on.
Play
Go
by
ahead.
post.
No, type.
So please come and hang out with us on the Discord, and I will be posting tonight an
thank you.
updated schedule for this week of all the cool stuff that you can expect in all of your favorite shows. So why?
My Chromebook is it's having issues.
Yeah.
A lot of issues. I know. He was trying to look. See, I'm trying.
It's all right, darling.
It's having
all right.
more and more issues every day.
It's okay. Stop hitting it.
I know.
So we also have a merch store. You can hang out and find cool stuff in the merch store, like
an Indigo Chameleon mug, a T-shirt, and rep the brand as you go out to and have many, many, many misadventures.
I'm gonna just do this on my phone.
You get the Discord, I'll get the merch.
We have stream points that you can use to highlight messages or help out players during their campaign. Have full interactivity with that. We also have a bit of an online store where you can buy digital goods for your avatars. Oh my gosh, there we go. Thank you, Magnoth.
You got
You're
it.
still welcome.
Yes,
It's not my fault.
it's not your
No,
fault.
it's okay.
Lots of fun and exciting things and ways for you to support your stream. Even something as simple as giving bits or subscribing it goes such a long way in order for us to do some of the exciting things that we have coming up and planned. So schedule for this week. Monday we've got a one-shot that takes place in Neverland, but it does not end there as the group will be traveling a bit. So tune in for that, and you'll get to see our good friend of the channel, T.E. Graves, good friend Dice Goblin, a.k.a. Lewis, Akabu's Bender, Mace, Magnoth, and Indigo Chameleon. They're all sorts of familiar faces. So tune in tomorrow for a very cool one-shot. That is Monday. Tuesday, we have another episode of Wonder, where we begin checking out the Red Keep as we start to begin our assault on the Red Keep and rescuing the Cheshire Cat. So jump in with us on Tuesday to Wonder, where everything works out great and nobody gets mad at anybody.
And nobody died.
And nobody dies. Thursday, we go back to the Lost Isle with all sorts of goodness as we dive, pun intended, into Titanic. And we spend a little bit of time on the island getting our crew back together and then dive into the historical fiction, wow, that is the Lost Isle. So please come and join us. We would love to have you there as well. And then Friday brings us right...
He's giving me the cold shoulder right now. Do you have more?
I gotta go.
Such an icy reception. No, don't leave!
Have a
Come
great
back!
day. Enjoy your stream.
No!
They can help you homebrew. Billy and I are going in there.
No, and I have a non-working computer right now. This is even worse. I think he left off on Tuesday. No, he left off on Thursday because the whole icy Titanic thing. I thought it was funny. They left me. Okay. Oh, wow. And I've got noise happening somewhere from where I don't even know. Okay, so Friday is never. Because I didn't plug in my headphones. That's why. Wow. Okay. This is a mess. Friday is never.
It's
in
fun to make
Neverland.
fun. I gave you one show to do.
I don't remember what's
and
happened
you
in
couldn't do
Neverland.
it.
Where did we leave off?
You couldn't do it.
What? I was having trouble. My computer
done.
is awful. I know it's terrible. I don't know why it doesn't work anymore.
In Neverland, the group is coming together to...
We got off the boat.
We're going to save some animals.
Yay!
We're going full Dr. Dolittle when it comes to...
save the animals.
We're going full Dr. Dolittle for this week's episode of Neverland. So tune in for that. We would love to have you.
Yes.
I think that's it. All right. That being
Once
said,
upon a time.
Once upon a time, and Homebrew and Brew with you. We are going to start Homebrew and Brew with you, as we do every Homebrew and Brew with you. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to design some magic items. So chat of the shows that we do, or beyond. What is a good universe that we should set our magical item in? Normally we have like Wonderland or Neverland, but now we have the Lost Isle that we can play around in this world of sort of modern day meets magic.
Do you need a homebrew for Titanic?
I mean, you guys can always find interesting items. I prefer in the Lost Isle to have items that are based off of historical Neverland.
Neverland.
All right.
I was just gonna say you were biased.
You know what? You're the first suggestion. We're gonna go Neverland. It should be designed for Neverland.
That was a very large bite of juicy pineapple.
Okay. You are biased, but that's okay. Neverland.
I mean, let's be real. We could design whatever we want. They're not going to read it.
Oh.
Wow.
So true. I mean, I am here to help with whatever. Lost Isle, but I'm biased too. I'm just a good sounding board. You are a good sounding board.
It's true.
Okay. So let's. You know what? Let's play around with the challenge of designing something that could be utilized both in Neverland and the Lost Isle.
Okay. Miss Audie is saying that she reads her things.
You do read your things. It's just Ryan who doesn't.
Also, Garrison?
And I thought you were calling out Eric.
I'm sorry. I would like to point out that arrow specifically says as soon as it leaves the bow, it floats.
It's
I
true.
was like, haha, I will shoot this person.
And there have been times that I've read half and then forgotten the second half, because sometimes I forget the first half while I'm reading the second half and vice versa.
It's very true.
Okay, now we have a working laptop.
Okay. So
Wow.
let's do
I'm
this.
just trying to give the
then.
people what they want, and what they want is a conduit to us that functions properly so we can talk to them. Hello, world!
The challenge is,
That was
how
so
do
good
I
of you.
how do I create an item that belongs
You're very
in
trying.
Lost? I can leave, and you can do this if
No.
you'd like. I love you very
Peter
much.
Pan. Okay, so we need a homebrew item for for Peter Pan. I'm a little scattered.
I know. I think we're going to do something that belongs to the playwright J.M. Barrie. So we'll do something that belongs
Author?
to the author. Because when Icky V was designing the Neverheart necklace, it says in the description that it belonged to a bard by the name of Barrie. So, so what's something?
Okay, this isn't quite a direct Barry thing, but
Okay.
one of the things that you see in so many of the pictures of Peter Pan is him playing the pan flute.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this. We've
But I
talked
don't think
about-
we've ever created an item. But you said bard, and then I thought musical instruments, and then I went to.
So what? Most of the time, musical instruments found in D&D belong to bards. Should we?
Kensington Gardens, yeah.
The heart of the ocean should be mentioned. Oh my gosh, the heart of the ocean should totally
should
be. The heart of the ocean. I thought she threw it over the boat.
She did.
But we found it.
We did.
Okay, so
No,
should
you're
the
going on to Titanic, so you
It's
can find
true.
it before she does.
Now, did you say we're preventing the Titanic from sinking? Because I think that might mess up history a little bit.
It would, definitely. And let's see if you guys can just let that boat sink. So should the pan flute be something just for bards to be able to use, or Kensington Gardens?
Or we can pull wheels.
I was thinking,
Well, I mean, no, because, okay, in Neverland right now, I'm trying to think through our characters. Do we have a bard? We do have a
do.
bard. That's right,
But he
he's a
doesn't
skeleton
really-
bard.
but he doesn't really play
Not a
music.
lot of airflow.
Not a lot. You should not give him a woodwind instrument. Okay. So if I wasn't designing a musical instrument, but I still had pans, flutes. Oh God. Oh no.
Right,
It should summon woodland beings.
That's a great idea. I love that spell.
It really should just summon woodland beings. Okay, so the pan flutes are going to summon woodland beings, because that makes sense. Lesser bardic something, like maybe it grants a set of, like a limited spell list. That might be good, if you wanted to go like bard adjacent. I was thinking, because we don't really have any druids, if we tie this to a druidic skill set, because we don't have any...
Oh, like a growth or a plant growth or a speak to something's...
Yeah. We should definitely mess with the Fae more. Ouch. Can we play about just about anyone? No, Icky, not in Lost Isle. Like the Neverland.
Yeah.
Like you could use this as a druid and it still could touch upon that skill set, but I was thinking because I don't know. Hang on. Let me go handle something.
But Pan's flute could also work its way into the Lost Isle. I mean, we've got all these artifacts that are working their way in. We've got King Arthur's sword, and we have Robin Hood's bow, I think. Yeah. So it could be really interesting to end up with Pan's flute. It could really end up in both places. Yeah. No. That the Zelda one is an ocarina, which is different. Like the Pan's flute is always it's got the little reed like that, and then it's shaped like, ooh, I can draw this. It's except you're not gonna be able to see it on camera, so it's not gonna matter. But
do we just want to grab a couple of
it goes
pens?
across the top. They're like, brr, 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 brr. Okay, I think it's big enough to see it. Anyway, but it like goes across the top and you blow across the top and then each one is subsequently shorter?
So like the ones in the Zelda game with the train. Got it.
Oh, I didn't play that one. I played the
Yeah, Spirit
Ocarina. Well, I
Tracks.
played other ones, but I didn't play the one
Spirit
where he had
Tracks.
that. Oh, okay, so
That's
yeah,
the
the
one
one
I
in the
never
Zelda one, I
finished.
just never played that one.
I could never get it to work. So I
Oh.
like got past like the first little music puzzle and the second one I never got it and I was like, I'm never playing this again. And I never ever did.
Wow. Yeah, I never played that one. I really like the Zelda games. I
Me too.
can't believe I'm really sad right now that I missed one.
I missed Minish Cap, so like
I missed two.
well they're all on Game Boy. Those were Game Boy ones.
Oh yeah, no, I've never played any of the Game Boy. I
Okay.
never had a Game Boy.
Okay.
My parents didn't love me enough to give me a Game Boy.
Oh well, at least your parents love you.
So, and I didn't even have like a gaming console.
Yeah.
I had I went to friends' houses. I played like all of Mario at a friend's house.
Oh, God, I hate Mario games.
It was what
I did really like Mario Sunshine.
I would generally have about an hour to an hour and a half after I arrived and we were supposed to leave someplace where the showering process would start and then the dressing process would start. And so I'd have about an hour and a half to play Mario while I waited to leave anywhere.
Okay.
So I played a lot of Mario.
We're
Logic.
doing,
All right, so Pan Flute. I just realized I didn't play any of the Mario games on Game Boy. So we've had that discussion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
all we did.
You're welcome.
We didn't want to do anything.
I hope that helps with this. Does that help?
It does. Not at all. So what I think what I think I might like to do is play around with the tricky aspect of this. Conjure animals, but like only tiny beings. Oh, that's really good. I like that. Instead of summon woodland beings, it's just conjure animals.
Conjure baby,
So-
cute little woodland
Conjure
beings.
baby animals. We're doing a pan flute that
Oh my
conjures
gosh.
baby animals.
No, I was thinking tiny in size, but then I said baby. But
Tiny
you know,
or diminutive.
Yeah,
Or like a small swarm
yeah.
that attacks people.
I mean, it could be argued that like if you're gonna conjure baby bunnies, you can do a whole lot
Let's
of
do
persuasion with a baby bunny.
3 charges then. You can spend 1 charge to conjure baby animals. 2 charges would be just a regular.
You okay there?
Mm-hmm.
Would be conjure animals.
Well, what's the point if you can conjure baby animals? They're so much cuter.
You're also sending them to their death.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're also sending like.
Okay, I don't like the
Get-
baby animals.
get them
thing.
I
baby
choose you,
back
tiny
up.
bunny.
Can we not do that? I wouldn't do that.
Stop,
I would.
stop,
I would
stop.
persuade somebody with the cute little baby animals.
Summoned. Oh, hedgehog and goose. Animal sizes grow based on the notes you play, and they're all angry. Also, Hellspawn says that when you play the flute, it should throw a frying pan at people. I'm into it. Okay. I'm kind of into this charges thing. Conjure baby animals. I like see baby and like I would consider like baby like little hedgehog. I get that.
What? I don't get the frying pan reference.
And a goose.
What? Why should it throw a flying? Wwhy should it
Pan
throw a
flute.
frying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now I got it.
You there now? We there?
No, I don't get it.
And then
I don't know.
instead,
We're just gonna take turns.
the third one will be 3 charges would be conjure, because baby animals, conjure animals, conjure giant baby animal.
I'm not gonna say that this is our best homebrew we've ever created as a warm-up.
I don't know about you, but I would be excited as a DM if my group found a pan flute that allowed them to conjure a baby animal. And see what problem solving that they could do with that.
I could solve a lot of problems with a baby animal.
You could. Okay, you're right. It's not our greatest. It's not our greatest one out of the gate, but it'll
It's a
work.
warm-up. It's a
It's a warm up.
We're good.
We're gonna shake it off. We got the pan flute. We're good. So what is something else that we should work on? That we can work on? I want to spend some time on Lost Isle now.
Okay. We do have the whole Heart of the Ocean thing. But it's very
If
movie
you really wanna
specific. No. I'm just
No,
saying it's
let's
very movie specific.
Let us design the heart.
It
of
might
the
be really
ocean.
funny if it's not the Heart of the Ocean, but if it's just close enough in reference so that everybody knows what it actually is.
Chat, should we design the heart of the ocean or a boat that you can fit 2 people on that looks like a door.
Oh, please. Yes.
Like, which one do we want? Because I could be persuaded to do both. Would it be like a frozen heart because of the iceberg heart? Yeah, I kind of like that, and kind of be tied.
We're combining like Titanic and Moana.
A cold heart of the ocean. That weird monstrosity. Wow.
We'll just make it a.
Yeah, let's do the heart of the ocean.
Just make it a pacemaker.
What? Okay, heart of the.
She threw it over the boat, and now she doesn't have it.
Heart of the ocean. Definitely something tied to the cold. I like this. Should it be like a frozen heart because it's the iceberg heart? Yes, I would think it would be deep inside. It doesn't have to necessarily be the necklace, but if we did have a gigantic like sort of iceberg beast, this would be the heart beating inside of the iceberg.
Oh my gosh, this is going to turn into Moana, isn't it?
No.
I love it.
Okay, so maybe some of the cold spells. What are some good cold spells?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost.
I like Chill Touch.
Ray of Frost. Maybe something that unlocks that ability, like
Ice Knife.
Chill Touch.
Ice Knife's my favorite spell. Ice Knife.
Ice
Icky just said Ice
Knife.
Knife.
Sleet Storm is a good one
Ooh.
too.
I'm down for it.
Manipulation of water.
Yeah. Okay. Ice Knife, Sleet Storm. The ocean she is cruel and beautiful. What a you guys are really funny. Ray of Frost, Chill Touch, Ice Knife, Sleet Storm. Okay. I think attuning to it should give you some of these spells. Definitely not all of them, because this seems like such an overpowered thing. But what it is also going to give you is, I think it has to give you a bit of a vulnerability to fire damage.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can always pick like 3 of them and do like a 1 time per day.
Like once a day,
Yeah.
you're able to cast a spell. Maybe even, what is the damage on Sleet Storm? Because I would. Hey, what's up, Mason?
I'm going to try again to type on this device and see if it works.
I'm looking forward to gaming with you tomorrow, dude. It's gonna be great. Sleet Storm.
Excuse me. I'll be right back. I need to go eat some children.
Yeah. Go eat. Okay, so Sleet Storm is the 3rd level.
Yeet!
She just. I don't know if you all heard Indigo walk into the next room. T. Graves, I'm excited. I think what I'm going to have them do is pick up the spell Chill Touch as a cantrip. Because that is a cantrip, correct?
Yes.
And then Sleet Storm once a day. Storm once a day. Vulnerability to fire. I'm dead. Yeah, we're talking about like a cold, like heart of the ocean, like a Chill Touch is necromancy and necrotic damage. Yeah, I know, but it still kind of ties into that cold feeling in the back of your neck and stuff like that. Summon a floating door that fits 2 people. Okay, that's real good. Chill Touch, Sleet Storm once a day, vulnerability to fire. Is Ray of Frost a cantrip? Maybe that would be better.
I think it is.
I just love the utilization of Chill Touch.
I'd like some Chill Touch right now.
Ray of Frost.
I'm sorry.
Ray of Frost, a frigid beam. That seems like it's better. When the hit it takes and the speed is reduced. Yeah. As much as I like Chill Touch, GM Cross, I think you're right. I think Ray of Frost is a better fix here. Why is he saying please? What is this please for?
All I'm seeing over here is summon floating door that fits 2 people, and I am sold immediately.
So, with the heart of the ocean, the person who attunes to the item will gain the ability to cast the Ray of Frost cantrip. They will also be able to cast Sleet Storm once a day. Unfortunately, what that means is a little set you passed over my cursed item. What was the cursed item? Like you just posted just now?
We have to go up. You missed it. Or if you wear it for too long as a curse, you could turn it into like a yeti. You could turn into like a yeti or something.
I'm not passing over that at all. Heart of the Ocean, cold, chill touch, ray of frost, sleet storm, vulnerability to fire. You have resistance to cold. Every time you cast sleet storm, roll a d20. On a roll of 1, you are a yeti for the next 24 hours. That is too good to ignore, Icky. I'm so sorry that it was glossed over. This is such a weird item. I am absolutely in love with it. You turn into that ice monster you posted in the hotel. No, that would be way too powerful.
And then you kill the entire party. Game over.
You kill the entire group.
TBK, what's up?
Cone of Cold. I love Cone of Cold, but even that seems a little OP for me. The ability for anybody to be able to cast Cone of Cold, like... Yeah. Cone of Cold's a level 4 or 5? I know it's 8d8. It's a 5th level. A creature, 60-foot cone, con save. Creature takes 8d8 cold damage. A creature killed by this spell becomes a frozen statue. Like, you can't even get to them to cast Revivify.
Comfortable in cold environments. Freezing spear, like a flaming spear, but with cold damage.
I like that too. Meowth, I don't know about it in appearance only. Maybe in appearance only cuts it a little bit, so you don't have to restat.
You're not, like, yeah.
And they can still
kind of like turning it into a sheep with wild magic.
I like that. So just in appearance only.
Al's favorite thing is wild magic. Did you know that?
Al does love him some wild magic. It's pretty great.
I got 2 forks here.
I got 2 forks.
I have 1 fork.
Okay.
Okay.
We have.
I thought we were just comparing stats.
We have like a baby version. Baby Yeti! Everything's better.
That's cute. I like it.
Okay. Heart of the Ocean. Ray of Frost. Sleet Storm. Vulnerability to fire damage, but a resistance to cold damage. And maybe we take away that vulnerability to fire damage. Vulnerability to fire damage only when in Yeti form. Because it is a magical item. Vulnerability to fire damage when in Yeti form, but being able to cast all that. That is really cool. Freezing Sphere is a spell. Odaluke's Freezing Sphere. But the Yeti is like a baby Yeti version. So we don't have to make it like gargantuan, and it's not some huge change for a player to have to deal with. Okay. Yeah, that is awesome. I really like that. I like that item a little bit better than I like the pan flute. Like, it just seems a little more well-rounded and rounded out. Thank you, guys. You guys are very clever. Okay. What?
I'm looking up Odaluke's Freezing Sphere.
Ooh, that's a...
10d6 cold damage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And if you hit a body of water and there's anything in the water, it freezes them in the water.
To a depth of 6 inches, over 30 square feet. Lasts for 1 minute. Wow.
It's a beast. It's a beast.
My goodness. I hadn't even heard of this one.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, and you're able to summon a door that can fit 2 people.
About time.
At will. I don't want to forget that part.
Yes.
All right.
That part's really important. Don't get me started.
Summon a door. You can fit 2 people. Summon a door. Literally the opposite of fireball is fireball. Summon Greater Yeti. Why does that spell not exist? Ugh. It makes me kind of want to design like an ice mage.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? Like an elemental mage. There are elemental things that exist, like some of the sorcerers and
Yeah, or you kind of create it yourself. I mean, Zoe is kind of a fire-based.
yeah, but not anything that's like.
And she was fire-based before she became a fire genasi.
There's a fire genasi. There's water. There's ice. No, there's water, air.
Fire, water, air, earth.
Earth. Is there an ice genasi?
Not officially, no.
That might be kind of cool.
I've got stats for them. I've got stats for a bunch of Genasi. I built a Genasi city.
It's true.
Mesa was talking about wanting to do a squirrel totem barbarian subclass.
Ooh, summon ice method.
Which I'm trying to find.
A squirrel. Wait, what? Something the snowball swarm spell. Oh yeah. That one, the floating thing above the head.
Oh,
But,
here,
you summon,
snowball swarm 5e. Let's try that.
Yeah, I would be good. Sinilac snowball swarm.
Snorlax snowball. Yeah. Flurry of magical snowballs erupt from a point you choose within range. Each creature in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dex saving throw. Creature takes 3d6 cold damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful.
I love that spell so much.
Increases by 1d6 for every level above second. It's only a second level spell.
I'm torn. I could keep going down this cold path and like keep going up with like a cold wizard, cold genasi, but Meisei wanting to develop a squirrel totem barbarian intrigues me.
Let's do it. I'm gonna go fix that camera.
Okay, yeah, because
Driving
Al
crazy.
is totally off
I
screen
know, he's
right now.
totally
He
not.
keeps
I mean, he could be. There you go.
Yeah.
Or I can go fix the camera. Either way.
He and I have been talking about it. I have notes for it, and I cannot find them.
That's okay. The squirrel totem.
Yeah.
I don't want to like jump into your thing though. Like if you guys have like
I cannot find it, so it's nothing.
Squirrel totem.
What about
Oh.
utility or some form of synergy? Walk on water for self that freezes the water in your path.
Yeah.
And then you sing Let It Go. Because didn't she do that while she was walking across the big lake? She
Yeah.
froze it as she walked.
Now it brings up a good point too. Can we design a yeet spell? We talk about it so much.
Oh,
we
yeah, we
use that
should.
word.
We should do that.
Isn't that just catapult though?
I mean, catapult's only 1 to 5 pounds.
1 to 5 pounds. A yeet should be like okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the yeet to work for up to about 80 pounds, and another being that's about 40 pounds.
Okay. So squirrel totem, and then
Ikey's back.
yeet. Hi. I'm trying to right now.
Yeet spell.
We're throwing spaghetti at the wall, but I'm leaning now towards. I keep flip flopping. I want to design a yeet spell, a mystical yeet spell. I want it to be stronger than catapult. I just want it to be. Now, is the point of the yeet to propel it away from you?
Oh, like is it get away, or is it like throw at a target?
Throw at a target. If it's a get away, that's different.
Yeah.
Chuck with force.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we just don't define it. Like, you can throw this thing with force, whether you choose whether you're throwing it at something or whether you're just throwing it away.
You just need to
But
get
the
it
whole
away
point
from
is
you.
that you're throwing it with force.
Catapult is level 1, and catapult is 1 to 5 pounds. Telekinesis is another spell that you can pick up. I believe. Telekinesis.
Catapult.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
That is not spelling it correctly. Catapult.
Maybe? Telekinesis is a
You're fine.
5th level spell. You can try to move a huge creature with this. So I need something in between a 1st and a 5th level spell.
Then
to
we
cover
need a
that
3rd
middle
level
ground.
spell.
All right. Wow.
You're welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
Math.
Hello, my name is Simon. You can move a huge or smaller creature.
And technically, technically catapult, as you add levels to it, you can increase by 5 pounds for each spell.
Catapult is also an object only.
Yeah, we need a
It's
person.
not a person, and telekinesis is a person.
And going up to 15 pounds is not super helpful. Like,
Yeah.
we need to be able to go, like, 150 pounds.
Could you yeet yourself?
I mean, if you can
No.
withstand the damage, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
So it's a touch-based spell, but you can touch yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeet yourself. I'm just
Okay.
clarifying. That's all.
A touch spell, 3rd level. Verbal component, yes. Somatic component, yes. We'll just do verbal and somatic. Yeet propels an object or a creature.
Medium creature con save versus movement. Maysay is saying.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Propels a creature or object. Magnoth, I sent you a message.
Ramiki.
Yes, I know. I'm checking it right now.
Okay, it's a creature or item.
It's a spell. It's a yeet spell.
Is it a yeet spell?
Is it a yeet
It's a
spell?
yeet spell from. She found it on Reddit.
Oh my god.
Okay, what is the yeet spell?
You yell out the mystical word yeet and throw something at incredible speeds towards a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target and thrown object take 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier and bludgeoning damage. Additionally, you can choose to deal no damage and throw an object in an arc to make it land anywhere within range as long as the path to the target is unobstructed.
That's a pretty good yeet spell.
I really like it. Yeah.
What level spell is
It
it?
looks like a cantrip.
Alright.
This spell's damage increases by 1d4 when you reach 5th, 11th, and 17th. So yeah,
As
it's
a cantrip?
Okay.
1d4. I mean, 1d4 for an attack is not that bad.
No, well, yeah, but
What is counterspell?
I'm looking 3 seconds.
3rd? I think it's 3rd. Okay. Hey, I got it. I got it.
No. You say
I'm having
you're
a
right.
struggle because
You're right.
all of my spells are cast at 5th.
All of yours. Oh, that's really good. That yeet spell is good, but I want to do a mystical yeet. I want to improve upon the cantrip that is the yeet spell that we found on Reddit. Because we also have talked about doing a mystical yeet. So what if we were able to yeet a spell away from you towards someone else?
Counter
You're not countering the spell, you're redirecting it. You're mystically yeeting the spell.
Oh god, that's...
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you do have a chance of hitting the person that sent the spell, but you also have a chance of hitting any number of other non-casters, buildings, places, things of that sort.
But is it a spell that you have to be able to see? So there's a whole lot involved in that.
There is a whole lot involved in that.
It's like, yeah, you could yeet a fireball away from you, but you're not going to yeet, like,
Okay.
dissonant whispers.
Okay, I'm highly versed in 5e. Thank you, GM Cross. Send it, Icky. Okay, so what if we did this? What if you could choose to burn your reaction, cast the spell, and the next spell that was sent at you would be mystically yeeted?
Okay, so like a concentration...
So the wizard casts, action, bonus action. For my reaction, I would like to mystical yeet.
Okay.
And the mystical yeet is you cast arcane energies that seem to swirl around you with the simple mystical word yeet fueling them. The next spell that comes at you is mystically yeeted away from you, but it's a counter spell that you cast preemptively.
Okay. So then it would have to be concentration.
Okay. A reflect.
Unless you mean like...
Dispel turning ability on a Tarrasque. Possibly?
Sure, why not? Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I like this, though. I like this ability of, like, listen, I plan for everything, but, I mean, if a Cure Wounds is sent your way, it's mystically yeeted. You can't, like, drop it and be something, like, you're choosing to implore the power of the yeet.
Okay.
You're still not sold on this.
I'm not.
No.
It's a lot, because there's just so much that, like... I don't know. Maybe I'm just too critical. I am too critical.
You are too critical. Okay. So, instead, maybe it's just the fact that it's like a magical thing. So what if we made a barbarian that was a... What are the subclasses of barbarian called? I mean, you got college for bard and stuff like that.
Primal
Is it
Path,
just
I think.
primal path? What if it's the primal path of the yeet?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the ability to instead of grappling and in the ability to throw people, you are burning a lot of your action, economy, and resources for something that will probably not work in your favor. Yeah, that's true. So what if we did that? What if we did the primal path of the yeet?
I'm down for it.
And yeah, I think there's only like a couple of features too. Okay, so let's look at barbarians and let's look at some of these primal paths. Okay, so I had this idea, but it didn't work out, and Al is right and GM Cross is right. I sent you like 3 different versions that I found, Scribe. Chris suggests it's back to the sender, otherwise it's like a chaos table. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I like that too. There's so many yeet spells. We were not original when we came up with this idea.
Here we thought like we were.
Okay.
Oh well.
Thank you, Icky, for sending me all of those. Primal paths. Let's look at the primal paths. Some barbarians. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so we need a 6th level feature, a 10th level feature, and a 14th level feature. And a third. Okay, that's easy. Okay. You have... I want to do a primal path of the yeet for the barbarian. I want a yeet barbarian that specializes in, like, controlling the battlefield and basically being able to shift enemies around and be able to control, like, send things back. Maybe they have a proficiency when it comes to ranged weapons and things of that sort.
Crit success sends it back to the sender, otherwise it's like a chaos table.
Ranged weapon success. I think when they're raging...
Are they primarily throwing people or objects or both?
Both. When you're the primal path of the yeet, like, you throw people, you throw objects, you throw...
You just throw stuff.
You throw stuff. Okay, so maybe at 3rd level, throw a weapon that lacks the thrown property. Oh, that's good. Okay, I think that's good for a 3. Throw a weapon that lacks the thrown property. Dagger range. That's great.
Okay, so like an axe or something like that.
Yeah. Throw weapon.
So then it does that
Bard
damage.
gets a bonus
that weapon's
when
damage, but
yeah, Meowda. So they get like amped up. They get rage bonus
Yeah.
and things of that sort. So I might even do.
It's all over this. 6th, throw a weapon that lacks the thrown property. Oh, that was at the 6th.
Yeah.
10th, missile deflection a la monk.
I don't know. That's not yeeting. That's catching. Like, I almost feel like at 10th level they should be able to yeet themselves.
Or another player, because if you've got somebody that's far away,
Right.
at like a melee player, like
Yeet
where you can just like
themselves.
yeet them straight at, and it becomes a surprise attack. Is that too OP?
No, yeet themselves are a willing creature.
Fastball special.
Fastball special. It's a fastball special. But, like, there's never, ever been anything that's created that actually utilized. But Dungeons and Dragon players do it all the time.
Like, where's the dwarf toss?
Yeah, like, where's the dwarf toss? Like, okay, so you can yeet yourself or a willing creature 30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet sounds fair. I mean, like, to a specific place within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is it too OP to say that you or that creature gets a surprise attack? Or like a variation on like a attack of opportunity, but like, you know what I mean? Because they weren't expected to be there, all of a sudden they're there.
Yeah.
Like they get an immediate, almost like an attack of opportunity on that person or creature or whatever it is.
Yeet versus Kobe logic. Wait, what is Kobe logic?
Yeet is distance. Kobe is precision.
Okay. I feel like as you yeet, the more you yeet, the more you Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I feel like at level 10, you as an action, you are able to yeet yourself or a willing creature 30 feet. A yeeted creature yeeted creature has advantage on their next attack.
Oh, okay, that's fair to just give him advantage. Okay.
On next attack. If yeeted yourself, you have advantage on the strength grappling check.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Yeeted. I got the full head desk. I feel like you should just create all the meme classes. Oh, that's what's next. Yes. If yeeted yourself. Oh God, let's build it.
I'm charging my laser.
If yeeted yourself. Okay, so that's only level 10 though.
We still need a 14.
Is this working enough for me to do?
Yeah.
Okay. I also like this.
What?
I don't know if we said this
If
one.
it's a thing or a yeet, perhaps when you're enraged, if debris is falling near them, they could have like an aura of yeet that can keep the debris off. Oh my God! Arrows that just fly at you are just yeeted away just because of your yeetness.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Your
that's the
yeetosity, if
14.
you will.
Your yeetosity. Your yeehaw. Should that be the third level one? All
Yeah.
ranged attacks are
at
instinctively
disadvantage?
Or at disadvantage.
are at disadvantage.
Because you can't go too OP. for
When
third level.
raging.
Yeah, for third level you can't do.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do a higher level of if that becomes your 14th level. Like you've achieved a level of yeetness. Like your yeetness is so powerful that now
You know, this makes
ranged
sense.
attacks
If you would like it to be called the Yeetah.
The yeetah. Call it that, please. Yes. Okay. So at third level, you're coming into grips with your yeetness, with your yeetah. And ranged attacks coming at you, you just instinctively, like, they yeet away. Just a tiny bit so that attacks are at disadvantage. Then, as you grow older, you learn to, and stronger, wiser, you learn to yeet weapons that don't have the thrown ability.
Follow the way of the yeet.
You follow the way of the yeet. Then, you go, wait a second, I've instinctively yeeted arrows. I've yeeted weapons that don't have the thrown property.
I've yeeted
I must
myself and
I must
people.
yeet myself and my friends. And so you learn to yeet yourself and your friends. So what is the next step in the yeetah's journey? Wait. This should be getting bonuses for putting yourself in stupid positions. Advantage on attacks or having more than one opponent in melee range.
Maybe you can eat
Maybe?
multiple people,
Maybe?
like opponents.
Well, I mean, if this was me,
Like-
I would instead of wading myself into battle, I would wade like next to all my allies, because then it would turn into like yeet, 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 like and like the as a
Yeah.
reaction, you're yeet, 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 like you can once a day. You could say as a reaction, you yeet someone out of the way of a that fails a dexterity check or something like that. You take the damage, but you use the dex check to yeet them
Okay.
away from there. Like you throw yourself into the fray. Yeah. So what is 14?
Well, let's give them some options for 14. Like once
do-
a short or once a long rest.
Okay.
Like you were saying, we yeet somebody out for dex. Like
Yeah.
if someone within 5 feet of you, or even 10 feet if we want to get really crazy because it's level 14.
Okay.
If they fail a dex save for something that you can see, you can yeet them away and take the damage yourself.
Okay. If they fail a dex save.
Or you could do a multi-yeet, like yeet multiple people.
I was thinking you like if you kill something, so when you land there's like a plume of yeet that pushes back. The name of this feature is
Mass distribution.
Mass distribution. Superhero landing on 14th level. I like that. Like if you yeet yourself, the superhero landing is one.
Okay.
Parentheses, so bad on the knees.
Oh my god, that's really good. Oh, the plume of yeet.
I also like the idea of taking that third level spell further and just saying, like, you can yeet away a ranged attack. Like, you could either once a day, like, multiple ranged attacks, like
You don't want it to be like an ongoing thing, like where your just ranged attacks are at disadvantage. You're thinking like an active like once a day. You can choose to activate your yeet field.
Well, no, I think that they should stay third. I was trying to escalate that to a 14th level.
Oh,
like,
okay.
A more powerful version.
See,
of that.
I was thinking like if you kill somebody, you are able to yeet their spirit into the astral plane. Like they skip death saves.
Ooh.
Like, do you know what I mean? You've yeeted arrows, you've yeeted weapons,
Now
you've
you can
yeeted
yeet
people.
souls.
Now
I
you're
yeet
able to yeet souls.
Okay.
It's,
Okay, I
it's
can get behind
logical.
this.
It,
Yeah.
it follows the logic of the yeet, the path of the yeet.
The yeet up.
You can pull.
Oh,
the
but can you also?
the yoink where you can pull the yeeted
I
object?
was yes, but that means that you can also like do both. You can yeet the soul out, or you can yoink the soul back if it's your friend.
That's actually really good.
You can yeet and yoink.
At 14th level, maybe you learn to yoink. You learn to yoink. Once a day, should you or an ally fail a death saving throw, like you can, or something along those lines. Like I want it to be something mystical. Oh my god, I love this so much.
The soul yeet is massively OP.
I'm here
Souls
for it.
get thrown into the battlefields. Opponent dies. You throw their soul into the fray. The Lord yeeteth, the Lord yoinketh away.
I should not be having as much fun with this as I am. Is that too much? Is that like yeeting a soul away or yoinking a soul towards you? Like, what's better? Barbarians are kind of like destructive.
Yeah.
And we need to play around with that. Like, you can yeet the soul away. Yeet the soul. And how does that translate? Like skipping death saves? Skipping...
Okay, what about a finishing move? Like, kind of like sleep, if they're under a certain amount and you cast sleep, they go to sleep. A finishing move where if they're under a certain number of points, you can yeet, like, yeet their soul gone the rest of the way. Like, you can finish them off with one massive, like, yeet. But they have to be down under a certain, like, percentage of hit points left.
Maybe it's like aberrations. Like, that would be interesting.
Advantages with, like, the undead and things like that? Or, I don't know, it's so specific, though.
I don't know. We'll know it. The 10 feet failed deck save is huge. The superhero landing is huge. Like, those two alone would be enough to make this, like, awesome. But the primal path of the yeet, I think, is really good.
For when you get to yeet creatures, can the size category go up at certain level thresholds?
Absolutely, Mesa.
Oh.
Yeah, I think at third it's medium sized, and then I think at 6 it's like large, and then I still think at 14th we'd stay large. At 10th we'd stay large, and then 14 we go to huge. You are capable of huge yeeting. And you are able to yeet a number of times equal to your strength modifier.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeet number of times equal to strength modifier. Okay. Guys, I'm so happy we have a primal path of the yeet. What is the next meme that we wish to tackle? We're going to end it for tonight because these are usually very short but sweet. And we want to respect that. And thank you guys. We got a lot of streams coming up this week, so we want to get our rest and stuff like that.
Proficiency mod, strength mod is too fluid. GM Cross is saying.
Proficiency mod.
I.
What do you mean? GM Cross, explain. No. I know that. And prevents dex-based yeeting. Okay. Yeah, but...
Because proficiency stays the same, like, as you go up.
If you're a barbarian, though...
There are dex-based barbarians.
There are... Okay. Yeah, you know what, GM Cross, you're right. Let's go with proficiency.
Because that way it's always the same, and it's not people, like, min-maxing to get...
Thank you, GM Cross. That was a really good suggestion. Proficiency bonus rather than strength.
We do not stream Wednesday. We are not. We are Monday One Shot, Tuesday Wonder, Thursday, Lost Isle. Friday, never.
I'm so proud of you.
Yay!
Yeah, so we do not stream on Wednesday, but we encourage you to go reach out to other groups and other streams and find something cool going on. Yeah, we love you guys. Hang out with us on Discord.
Oh, you guys keep talking because I'm gonna. Oh, I don't have a person to raid. I didn't do it.
Well, you've got time while we figure out what the next meme is.
Oh yeah, you guys figure out what the meme is while I figure out a person that we can go raid.
What's the next meme?
I have no idea.
I mean, can we do a
Why don't we do a quiz on the Discord, or like a what's the word? Not a quiz.
poll?
That's the one. Thank you. We'll do a poll.
We'll do a poll on the Discord about what's the next internet meme that we should turn into a class or something along those lines. As we, yeah.
Gosh, this taking forever to load up. Keep going.
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We've got lots of cool stuff and exciting things happening and coming down the pipeline. Like we mentioned earlier, the best way to stay in the know with all the cool stuff coming is to stay on the Discord, especially throughout the month of November and December, as we are juggling lots of stuff. We are juggling holidays and players not having players having conflicts and things like that. So we are always going to do our best to be there to stream for you guys and to have everything up and running. We have a con that we're going to go to in December, so we will try to report live from there, and I will try to stream throughout the day so that you guys can talk and we can talk and you can keep me entertained at the table as we sit there and try to figure out stuff. So,
all right, I've got a group we haven't raided before. So
oh, sweet! We've got a
so,
brand new.
or if we have, it hasn't been in a really long time.
We've got a brand new
couldn't find
group.
them on
It's a
our
chance for
list.
you to earn some stream points. But yeah.
All right.
We
Hit enter whenever you're ready.
we love you guys. See you soon. Indigo Connect, and thanks for tuning in to HomeBrew and Brew with you.
And you.